Right, this video is about how I made my first guitar using a Harley Benton kit. In spring 2020 I bought this guitar kit. I specifically bought this one because I liked the shape. Also, it didn't have a tremolo and the headstock was preformed. Since this was my first build, I thought let's keep it simple. Also, the price was really good. At the moment the kit's not in stock anymore, but they still have several other models. Two major things I was interested in. First, learn how to build and intonate the guitar. Second, how to make it look nice and different. I didn't want a simple spray paint job, because I reasoned I could in that case better buy one. The professionals will be able to make it look much better than I would ever be able to. The whole idea of making your own guitar is that you can do something different, I would say. So I tried out different looks using pictures and doodles, but I wasn't satisfied yet. I tried playing around with some other things I found on the internet, some art, some pictures, and in the end decided for this one. It's called The Great Wave by the Japanese artist Hokusai. It's a woodblock print and is part of the series 36 views on Mount Fuji. You can see Mount Fuji just under the neck pickup. I printed the picture on two pieces of paper, taped them together and used carbon paper to transfer the rough shapes to the body of the guitar. Then, using simple acrylic paint, I painted directly on the body of the guitar. At first the contrast between the blues and the waves was not so large, so I did it again with light blue, as you can see here. Also the white I had to do in multiple layers to get it the way I wanted. Then I added the white foamy heads of the waves, and finally added at least 3 layers of transparent clear coat. Then I installed the parts, and how to do this was clearly shown in the manual. I didn't even need to solder them, as it was click and play. So this is the final product, as you can see, lying on the table here. So yeah, what do I like? So I'm really pleased actually with how the image turned out in the end. So that's yeah, I'm totally happy with that. I'm also quite happy with just the playability, so the neck. It's really yeah, it just plays very nice. And I did do some, as I already mentioned, some filing of the of some of the frets. They were sticking out a little bit, but just using a simple nail file, it you know, and then I taped off the end, so that was really easy. And now it's really smooth, and you can play it really without cutting your fingers, so that's good. One of the major things that I would have done differently if I knew it in advance is this part here. As you can see, the bridge, it is totally moved towards the end of the guitar, right? And this is because I needed to fix the intonation. But as you see, this hole is so big, so the pins here, or the pegs, I don't know how you call them, they're actually just not in the right place. So these, I think that they drilled the holes too close to the neck, and that the holes should have been much more to the back. And I should have actually measured just the length of the neck until the 12th fret here, and then take the same amount and check if the holes were on the right side. But I didn't do that, right? So that's something that I would have changed, because then I would maybe have drilled new holes more towards the back of the guitar. Because now I even had to buy longer screws to be able to get the bridge further to the back. So that's the most important lesson I think that I've learned. There's another thing that I also don't really like, and as you can see here, is that the guard for the tres rod it's not in the middle, which is, well, yeah. So there were pre-drilled holes there, and I just screwed on the little cap. But it's just not in the middle, and it's a bit of a, yeah, it's not a major deal, a big deal, but it's a bit, yeah, just not so nice, I would say. There's another thing, so I actually also built made a little strap, guitar strap. I just made it from a conference bag, like a free goodie, and then a piece of leather here, and the traditional beer bottle caps here, these ones. But I'm actually quite happy with it, and I think it's quite sturdy as well. And I think it also fits the whole DIY look of the guitar. So, all in all, it is a nice kit, and I am happy with how it looks, sounds and plays. There were some things that were not done properly, especially the holes of the pins for the bridge. I actually didn't mention that apart from being in the wrong location, they also were too large, so I had to use some small wooden wedges to fix them. Maybe this should have already triggered me to do the measurements at that time. I suppose this is also the thing with these kits. You have to work for it and learn from it. I still think it's definitely worth what I paid for it.